Okay, so the election's over for a little while, and Donald Trump won. And one of the things he said he was going to do was basically blow everything up, burn it to the ground. And you can see he has his arsonists that he wants in place. People like Matt Gaetz, Attorney General, Tulsi Gabbard over all of our intelligence services. I can't even remember the guy's name. The Fox News host as over the Defense Department, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. over Health and Human Services. But the linchpin of all this is they don't really care about us. That's a song Michael Jackson wrote in 1996. And it's true here in 2024 because the things they're trying to destroy or blow up are things that are meant for us. It's not hard to figure out why these agencies are in place. Just think about the name of them. The Defense Department. What's their job? Keep us safe. Defense. Keep people from coming over the United States, you know, starting wars on our soil. When the last time that happened? When things get really touchy, such as maybe Russia's threatening to use nuclear weapons, you might want somebody with some gravitas and experience in that position. Not just somebody who wants to deconstruct and is worried about should women be in combat and all kind of social type issues. And so he's going to fire all these generals if they were part of the woke, diversity things. I mean, come on. It's this is serious stuff. You want somebody that has no idea what's going on in the situation room when it's like, if we do this, maybe we have to launch nuclear weapons, but if you do this other thing, I think we can figure a way around it. And they're just standing there with a blank stare like a deer in the headlights. Okay, so let's go over to another department, Department of Health and Human Services. The name, Health and Human Services. Keep us healthy, provide services for us. What's under Health and Human Services? Medicare, Medicaid, things like that. Fairly important things. Center for Disease Control. God forbid, we have a bird flu pandemic. Do you want a guy in the room? What do? Well, I don't believe in vaccines, so we're not going to try to come up with one. No, you don't want that. And that's part of this anti intellectualism move. It's as if some people feel threatened or looked down upon because we have people that are experts in their field trying to do things to protect us. They're not flaunting their doctor of medicine degree or whatever it may be, or their PhD or their, you know, advanced technology and research credentials to make you feel inferior. I want those people in place. I want somebody like a Dr. Fauci, even though people disparaged him. I don't want Jim the mechanic sitting there over it saying, no, I don't think we need to do that while this contagion is raging through the population. They want us to be a step above the animals, where a disease may wipe out millions. We don't have to have that happen, but we could have it happen with the wrong people in place Tulsi Gabbard, someone that's been dallying around with Syria, with folks in Russia, over all of our most secret intelligence information. Well, what if United Kingdom of Australia gets wind of something that may happen that affects us, and they may not trust passing that on if we have someone that they think is a security risk that could cause some problems for them. And we're just sitting here like a duck. You know, you don't want that to happen. And it's just on and on and on. And if you blow up these agencies put in place to help us, you can't put them back together. You know, the holidays coming up. People are going to be cooking. They're going to be breaking a lot of eggs. When you break one of those eggs, I want you to try to put it back together. I know you're saying you can't put the egg back together. Well, if you break some of these agencies, you can't put them back together either. So that's why I say they don't really care about us. These are personal goals and ambitions these people have. And the biggest reason for tearing some of these agencies down is to redirect the funding for them into an area where they can direct it somewhere else. And we know where that somewhere else is. Up to the top, to the folks that need it the least. And let's go to Social Security. What if that's torn down? You know what it was like for people that were beyond their ability to work before Social Security? They were destitute. They were impoverished. I'm not saying Social Security makes them comfortable, but it's something, and they work for it. That was not a time when America was great, when people couldn't afford to live after their working days were done. So you need to think very carefully. And if you're starting to feel like, man, I wish I had made a different decision when I voted, it's not over. You still have representatives and Congress people and others you can make your voice heard through, even though some of them seem to be ready to just clear the decks and let the president do whatever he desires and appoint whomever he desires. But even if they don't care about us, you care about yourself. And if every person that cares about themselves raises hell, then they'll start to care about us, particularly those Congress people. Because in 2 years, a lot of them are up for re-election. And the people that put them in office are us.